Okay. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you
Am I
don't,
though?
it will be the end of the world.
Oh, is that? Hmm. I mean, hmm. I mean, I don't know who I am. Like, what are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But tell me what's going on.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
So she's what?
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down. Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Well, I'm not against slaying her. I'm not for slaying her. Yeah, I gotta be swung either way. Like I am neutral. I'm neutral. Actually, yeah, someone else did
Oh,
this.
if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
Oh.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
I'm more surprised about a voice in my head. Called
Like
the
I
narrator.
said, I don't make the rules.
Can no
No
one else
matter
hear
how
you?
much I
Well,
wish I did.
there's no one else around, but actually, yeah.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do. Nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I might be. I don't know who I am. I'm just ended up in a forest.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning.
Yeah, no.
If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
And what does that leave you? How do I know you're not the one lying to me?
Then each and every one of us is doomed.
I'll make my decisions, and you can deal with
So
them.
sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
It'll be fine.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
So you acknowledge the other voice just suddenly appeared. And the other voice can hear you. God, do I have multiple personality disorder? That's not a good.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Better take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
That was stabby. Actually, Uncle went from claw to a dagger.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Oh,
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
yeah, I'm not the stabby objects, so we're fine. Just checking on you.
It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Who's they? Okay, we have people. We have a they.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Well, only one
binding
chain.
her to the far wall of the basement.
Those bars are really squiggly.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I believe it.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Maybe. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out.
She can talk with the blade in my hand.
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
It's not cold blood.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Yeah, no.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
Oh wow, okay. I'm being threatened.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightens.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Oh well.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
No, she's just making threats. Are you sure she's not harmed?
Positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
But I'm not civilized. I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Squint at the princess while holding the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back.
I can do this all day.
The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Yes.
You squint even harder.
Yes, I am.
So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Aw.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you. Blood sprays from the cut, your severed carotid artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
I just die. Nope.
With the last bit
We're
of
dying together.
you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder, do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
I don't know.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
I mean, we both just died, so.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, neutral death. The razor.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Back
And
to
in the
killed me,
basement
it's
of
actually
that
a shock.
cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from...
No, last time the person just killed me. She's a scary woman.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us.
Boy, that cheated.
Stabbed to death? And you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Oh, she's armed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
No, I won't. No.
And away we go. Good call.
No.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Away from the death. Nope.
I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the... That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly.
I'm gonna go one path to the other path. There's no point in trying anymore.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach
Ooh,
forward
my hand.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
I agree.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
I mean, we did kill her last time too, so it was neutral. We both died.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
the air seeping up from below
This is pleasant.
has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Bring it on!
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right? What? No! No! I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help.
Not stabbing distance. I gotta remember that one. We're friends!
I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
I agree!
She certainly feels threatening.
Throw the knife!
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it. But you know who is armed? You. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before
No!
you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
You know what happened last time?
Last time, if somebody came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open and then he stabbed me in the heart and we both died looking in each other's eyes, well, surely I would remember that.
Yes, you would!
But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
That is oddly specific!
Last time? What are you talking about?
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I don't know what's the reason.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that loop back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right? Yes, something is obviously up.
Hey, Dam.
We can all tell that she's lying.
I mean, it's a visual novel kind of
What
thing.
she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
I'm now scared of a princess because we kind of killed each other. She slit my neck and I stabbed her heart, and now we're both back to here. And now has a weapon. I know she does. So I do it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
I would.
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. She said again.
Oh, I'm definitely crazy because I now have voices in my head. I have a voice that cheated, and a hero voice, and a narrator in my head. I've gone cuckoo.
Do you hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Oh, now you admit I'm gonna get stabbed! I got to do it last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed. That doesn't sound like me.
Okay, now you don't want to play honesty? I'm not getting close to you. I'd rather leave.
How many
more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her?
A million, because I'm not dealing with her.
We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury?
Wow.
You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. And maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way.
Gotta listen to you arguing with each other in my head.
No. I have my dignity.
No, you don't.
Fine. And will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
God, I think this voice is my favorite voice in my head. Yeah, no, I'm not trusting you with this. Bye.
It's boring if you leave.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's...
Ah!
In a sudden burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, a blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
It's whatever you. The choices. Apparently, I said the choices you make in the first round get in the first chapter get exaggerated in the second chapter and so on until you hit an end. And then it's choose your own adventure thing. Because we ended up killing each other, she's now changed, and the narrator doesn't remember it. The narrator's also an asshole. And whatever happens, I get a different voice in my head. Oh God, I doubt it. I don't trust voices. I don't trust most voices in my head, especially one that calls itself the narrator.
How conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains.
Oh God, no! I don't believe that.
And those chains stop her from continuing her advance.
Oh my
At
God.
least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion.
Confusion.
And then she slices through her arm.
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here.
Go for it.
She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace. Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it. And use it you do. But unfortunately for you, and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched.
I can see that.
You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's even better at this than she was last time.
Yeah, last time she hit a knife up her sleeve. This time, for some reason, her whole hand became a knife.
Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
Could you not?
Squelch, she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, the arms race. Yeah.
You're on a path in the woods. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Everything, and I'm beginning to love it.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is
Wait, what?
a fucking mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
How do you do that?
I feel dizzy.
How do you take control of the narrator?
Ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Okay, voice in my head. I love ya.
The circle's getting smaller and smaller.
Oh.
Running isn't an option anymore. We have to fight.
Oh crap, another voice in my head. So apparently every chapter you get a new voice in your head. From what happened last time. The cheated one was because I was trying to slay the princess, and I got slayed as well, so I felt cheated. Now I'm hunted because I just got ripped apart. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we have another voice.
Something is out there pulling the strings, and we're all just puppets until we can figure out how to see them.
I have another voice in my head.
But what if that someone is us, eh? Eh? Wouldn't that be neat? If we were the ones pulling the strings, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have died twice already.
True enough.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
2.
This is our third?
Yes.
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Cool.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. It's only too much responsibility if these worlds are real. Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade perched. We take it. You take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Okay. Please down.
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
I feel like the voices are taking control because I don't get to say anything. Suddenly I have a knife and I didn't get to choose to take it.
That's right, we've got to be able to win eventually. What if winning is the wrong move? It isn't. I don't care whether you trust me or not, but at least trust that defeating the person who has apparently killed you twice already is a good idea.
I agree with this.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
That's a door.
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore. We can see our reality just fine. Why should we trust his?
I
can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it. You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it. Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
I agree at this point.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
Round 3.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion.
Oh, I don't know.
It feels like it's hiding something from us. It's part of the big picture. I just know it. That's why it's being kept from us. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
She's gonna leap out of this door and kill me, isn't she?
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Oh, fun.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives...
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's toying with us. She's acting like she already knows she's won. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
I agree this time.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
We're all in agreement?
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
So let's kill her.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
We'll shush you.
The past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your internal bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Fun! What's that? Didn't do that. Just a minute. Print screen. There we go. Got it.
she is coming for you.
I can see that.
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Yes.
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
Throw the knife!
Oh no, that's a terrible idea. Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to work. Screw it, we've already died twice. What's a third? A third is a third. It's bad.
Screw it!
Who cares? Fine. You raise your blade above your head.
Oh, this is new. What are you going to do? Are you really going to...
No, it's not gonna work.
Neat.
Then you skewer yourself.
Oh.
Ow. Are we still here? Can we not actually off ourselves? Boo! Huh. That didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought.
Another new voice!
Oh, a new one of us. I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? Nah. We'd know if we died.
Oh god!
You're on it. No, you're in it. Where the hell are you?
I don't know!
We're dead, aren't we? We're dead. How long have we been dead? Have we been dead the whole time?
Oh god!
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been?
I know.
This is 4. No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stop. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
Okay, that's kind of funny.
As long as we keep moving, it's going to get so loud in here. How are we going to keep it all straight?
We're gonna go insane mode.
Who cares about getting better than her? Let's do something weird. Like, really, really weird.
I'll open suggestions.
Come on, show me something new.
We're gonna try flirting.
Compliment her on those gleaming blades. There's nothing better than a capable woman. She skewers you.
You're cute.
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
What's the point? It's all the same.
I'm losing my mind.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
Do you see that? We almost had her. That was luck. But we only have to get lucky once. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up. Okay, let's go again. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
God, how many voices am I gonna get?
She skewers you. See? We're getting better. Okay, yeah. That was a good one. None of this is working. Think. She skewers you. We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. And then everything goes dark. And you die.
Mutually assured destruction.
You're on it. Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll die. Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it?
Screw you, narrator. We're narrating.
Different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand. Oh, what if? Throw it out the window. Over my dead body. That won't be very hard.
You've died a lot. I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful woman? Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
I can think of many.
Yeah, they're all the same, really.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top.
Let's go.
There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? This isn't good. This is...
Shut up.
Yeah,
Oh.
leave it to the pros. Well...
Ah, there's I missed.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only...
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Please do.
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels
You're
like
not.
I'm hardly a part of this.
Don't care, just want to win.
Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
There's a bomb.
Are you gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now?
Not really.
Well, yeah, she says she has something new.
I want to hear about the new thing.
I just want to kill her.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
How many voices do I have now? Like 13?
Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
Wait, what if we tell the narrator to stop?
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
What the fuck?
Are you ready for what comes next?
No.
Holy shit!
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
The fuck?
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
No!
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
We could try.
That looked painful.
I hope it was.
How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
Let's remove it.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it? This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
We're screwed.
I quit. I'm done. Forget it. Narrator?
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
Oh. Oh!
You're incredible.
What the hell was that? That was messed up. Oh. I look terrible.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Do you know the narrator? First, what are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I actually have no idea what I am either. Read that one. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
Okay.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Yeah.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Fun.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Actually, it does.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
I know.
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
I would disagree.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Welcome back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage. You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
Can I actually that of a thing from Dot Hack Sign? Oh, game crash closed. Nice, fun. Where did the game go? Where did the game go? There it is. Well.
You have returned to me. Though you were gone mere moments, I never left your side.
How do you know how long I was gone? Okay, that is... Ugh.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Really?
You won't.
Oh. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay. That's the spirit. You make your way up the short path. Good. You're still listening to reason.
I'm not happy with you from last
Down
time.
the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist. She's so coldly focused on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that nut so,
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
oh, this is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Well, this time she doesn't have a blade, so she's not gonna pull any shit.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
But is it over? Really over?
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
It's fine.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Yeah, no, I was not happy with her last time. Just like first strike and stun.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all.
Oh, great.
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Fun.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from her. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
It's bullshit.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
No.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey, we're not just gonna stay here forever, right? I do, but you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on.
Let me a drink.
I'm afraid that thing is you, hero.
Yep.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare. How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
But should I? That's the question.
In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore? This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever. I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy. Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate? Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs. The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Woo!
The end. Nice knowing you.
I still die after killing the princess. Joy! Oh, Spectre was new.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I killed myself.
I assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
She won't be a problem. The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead.
We killed her already.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Who cares if there's a mirror?
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. It's really... You reach forward and rub your...
Yeah.
It was there a second ago.
And now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even...
You take the blade from the table.
Let's go.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Yeah.
Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare at
shit.
you, followed by a mischievous skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Ghost!
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
I'd rather not find out.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
I mean, I don't.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she
Ugh.
circles you. Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
I see you brought that annoying knife again.
I did.
So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Why did Victor threaten me last time?
Well, yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind? It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish.
Well, we did kill her. She came back the first time as a human, now she's back as a ghost.
Finish how? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost. You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you? And then what? And then you'll have saved the world.
Yeah, let's not save the world.
I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option. What do you mean, after?
You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that.
I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
What an interesting choice of emphasis.
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me.
Yeah, could be both.
All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper.
Huh.
A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
And where are you supposed to be?
Home.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away.
Interesting.
Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific.
And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
I'm kind of okay with that.
Are we putting this to a vote? Because personally, I'd prefer she didn't die again. If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, no.
But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
That's what I noticed.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
That was just an offer.
Like I said, I just want to go home. You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm.
Well, I mean, there was a time I killed you and you weren't dead either.
Try to squirm out of her grip.
But then again, you were also very not humanish either.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are. I've tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I know I just want to go home. But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all,
Ah!
you own me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it?
Now isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
I'm gonna try.
Sure, why not?
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
It's a very interesting train of thought.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Well, were you gonna end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
It does.
Matt, shut up!
We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be, but what doesn't mean for anything, Dad. And you ended too. But here you are. I'm not so sure endings are real. I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you. It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when it's someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
You're supposed to people say they do. No. Okay.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
Yeah, this is bullshit.
She doesn't mean it.
I don't care.
Serves you right.
There we go.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest. It sounds like you got exactly what you owed.
Sure.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body. You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
Yeah, meet the narrator. Have fun!
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
I don't know.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice. I'm me is what I am.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
Every time I die, something is broken.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
Not really.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
That's fun.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
I'm quite enjoying it.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
That's fun.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
I like these voices. They make sense.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Oh god, no.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
And whine.
And why?
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Charge forward.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling.
Let's see what happens next.
Open the door.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. Collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see... yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here. Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Whoop.
Anna, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, Philip.
Don't mention it.
I think this was where I meant to be.
Oh. What the fuck?
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
A groan? That's not good.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again. Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now.
Us.
Inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Huh.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Why don't you break me like a mirror?
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to slay her. Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
No, I don't.
Seriously? You're... Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just... Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
What if I just not go?
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe...
Nope.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like...
Yes!
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess.
I disagree!
And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
No, it's not.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess. There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Nope, I leave.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yes.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Ooh. The stranger! That's right, I haven't met her this time in chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay. Last I checked, there...
If he doesn't remember what happened, then...
I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
Yeah, the contrarian's back. I like this
The
guy.
entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day.
Oh, that's like a fun thing.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
Let's go find some.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky.
The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead. What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Yeah, I get it. I'm going to the cabin. If I don't...
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Okay!
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do... If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
I just want to ruin his day at this point.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. It's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
This is not a straightforward premise. This is insane.
You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Yeah, no.
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
No, let the train cook.
Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
Oh, I do love it when all the voices gang up on the narrator.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Oh, I know, right? Just go forward and be crazy.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odor that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die.
Well, let's face it.
We don't even have a weapon.
But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward.
And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success?
No, the fact that you get pissed
There'll
off.
still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Yes. It's like the soft stairs on the right.
You step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Good stairs.
But the further you go,
Oh, bad
the
stairs.
deeper you sink in. First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight.
Oh, bad stairs.
The softness threatens to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence.
Bad stairs.
It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Hi!
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Oh, I want to know what the other stairs are like now.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement.
No, I'm fine.
Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Her left hand isn't.
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I understand. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
You look cool.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that?
Apparently!
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it.
I say we tell him.
It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Ooh! What are we now?
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
Ooh, the three of you now.
She fractures again.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
I say we break it.
How would we even do that? Where would we start? We'd always start by retrieving the blade.
Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs.
Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
I like that. What's your name?
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
She didn't break. All three at once, fun.
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen, or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Oh, don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Yeah, another one!
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Cause it's fun.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Wait, what are you going to
Are you
do?
looking for the truth? Or are you looking for the right answer?
No, I'm looking to make things worse.
What do you want me to say? That I'd be a good person?
Oh, yeah, we got 5 now. We're doing good.
I'm a prisoner here, and whether or not you shoved me down here, you're practically my captor at this point. Anything I'd say is tainted by that.
I did what?
Besides, you already know what I'm going to do. If you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer. At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it?
I know.
Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse.
That's why it's just fun.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this.
Can I?
But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different?
Well, they're all technically her.
Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Kill one or free the others.
Wait, that's not right.
What?
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions.
Ooh, fun.
You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to perish. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating.
Oh, a lot of things have happened.
Luckily for all of us, nothing and
everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart.
Hi!
I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
Welcome to how I feel!
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Oh, I know they did, but I didn't expect this craziness.
It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
I'll do my best! Oh. No, never mind. There she goes.
She's gone. Is that a... But it feels so bad. Like looking in... Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing. Okay. You're not messing with us, right?
Ugh.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
I know, they suck, don't they?
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes.
Somehow I just realized this is very odd. A person's collecting each individual to combine them to become whole, but I just gave them a combination of a whole as nothing. This section is equivalent of dividing by zero almost, and this is not going to end well.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves. I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than any...
Okay. Actually, what do I want to bring next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring.
Oh.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong. The tides do not dictate where they are pulled. A river does not dictate its outlets. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task is to treasure the gifts you bring me. My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done. There's nowhere for you to be but here. My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
That is a question. Slay the princess. I have slain her. I have not slain her. Well, actually, no, that's not true. I've slain her. No, I have not slain her yet. So yeah, I guess I'll try not to slay her. We'll see what happens. That's for next time. So thank you all for watching. I hope to see you good evening. Take care of yourself, and bye-bye.